In this video, we're going to look at section 5.3, the section on annuities, and we're going to look at the main formulas for this section and discuss where they come from. The main formula in this, the main mathy formula in this section is the formula which addresses the idea that if you take 1 plus a number x plus that same number x squared plus some number x cubed and continue on to x to the n minus 1, where n is some number that you choose, right? That there is a formula which tells you how to add up all those numbers, and the formula is that it is 1 minus x to the n over 1 minus x. So what I mean by this formula, for example, just getting used to it, is let's say that you've chosen n is equal to 5. And maybe you've chosen your number x to be 2, for example. So if you look at this problem and then write out what these two numbers mean, that means that you're looking at 1 plus 2 is x, plus 2 squared, plus 2 cubed, plus 2 to the fourth, plus all the way up to 2 to the fourth. Right? 2 to the fourth. Because 4 is the same thing as 5 minus 1, and we chose n was equal to 5 in this problem. So we can discover using this formula that that series adds up to 1 minus 2 to the 5th power over 1 minus 2. So that'd be 1 minus 2 to the 5th over negative 1, which is the same thing as 2 to the 5th minus 1. So if you want to know what the numbers 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 add up to, they'll add up to 2 to the 5th minus 1. So that's how to use this formula. I just want to take a moment and give you a quick idea about where this formula comes from. And we'll call this formula star since it's the main formula in this section. Okay? And the basic idea, we'll start with this example right here. Let's say that you wanted to add up the numbers 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. And let's pretend for a second that we didn't know what this formula was and we were trying to figure out what all these numbers add up to. But you don't know what they add up to unless you wanted to add them all up individually, which could be problematic if you have to add up, say, 500 of these, for example. But the key step here is that maybe you don't have to figure out what these numbers add up to directly. You can multiply these, for example, by 1 minus 2. This number 2 is the same number that we are using to move from 1 to 2. That means you multiply by 2. 2 to 4 means that we're multiplying by 2. 4 to 8, we're multiplying by 2. 8 to 16, we're multiplying by 2. So 2 here is the x value. This is the number that we are, the number that describes, in a sense, the difference between these terms. Okay? So if you multiply by 1 minus 2, this x number here, and multiply this through, 1 times all these terms would give you 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16. And then multiply negative 2 all the way through, and you'll get negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Negative 2 times 8 is negative 16. And then here we get to minus 2 times 16 is minus 32. So you can see here that if you add all these numbers up, you have a big block here in the middle that all add up to 0, and you're left with 1 minus 32. Which what that says is that 1 minus 2 times 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 is equal to 1 minus 32. And I think you can see the pattern here, hopefully, that 16 is 2 to the 4th. We can see that our x value, x is equal to 2. Here is our x value. And 32 is the same thing as 2 to the 5th. Okay, so now you can say that, putting all this together, that 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 is equal to 1 minus 32 over 1 minus 2. And if we look at this problem again, this is 1 plus 2 to the 1st, 2 squared, 2 cubed, 2 to the 4th. And it's 1 minus 32 is 2 to the 5th over 1 minus 2. So I think you can see, maybe if you compare this example right here, here's an example, and up here is the general formula. Okay, so now I think you can see that if x is equal to 2, this will become 1 plus x squared plus x cubed, right? And then if you choose, instead of 4 in this example, stopping at the 4th power, you would continue on to the n minus 1 power, that you will get this equal to 1 minus x to the n over 1 minus x, which is this main formula that we need. Okay, so that is the first main formula from section 5.3. In the next video, we'll move on to the formula for the annuities, the annuity step right here. We will need this main math formula to address the annuities question. So that will be the subject of the next video.